So, Miss Spring Break, her and her mom came. They both came. They took a plane. It's a no-brainer to know who paid for the tickets at a short notice, right? So I was at work. He texted me one day and he was like, they just landed. I'm gonna go get them and take them to a hotel. Why can't they take an Uber? Like, why do you have to go? I don't know. I'm just in my feelings because I'm still pissed off. Like, why you? They can take an Uber, but whatever. So he was tired of fussing with me. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna put, I'm gonna send her something so they can take an Uber. But I'm gonna let you know now. I paid for the hotel. Okay. Like it's too much short notice stuff. Like why you gotta come out your pocket for all of this? But so anyway, they went to a hotel. By the time I got off work, cause they landed that morning. So by the time I got off work, he came in like 2 hours after me, and he was like, so I'm gonna go get my mom. We all gonna come over here so y'all can meet him. No, we not. No, we're not doing that. This is my comfort zone. My house is my domain. I don't want them coming over here right now. I don't want to meet them in my home, my comfort area. No, I don't want them at my house. So that's my daughter and all, that's fine. I understand that. Do you want to go get the daughter and bring her here so we can meet her? I don't want the mother in my house because you cheated. Yeah, she wasn't married to me. She didn't cheat on me, but she continued with it after she knew you was married. And I know that y'all was still messing around. Come on, you think I'm gonna believe the fact that y'all wasn't? 8 years, and you be going to still see them out of town. Come on, tell that to somebody else. So I said no, I did not want them over my house. So he was like, we're gonna go to a restaurant. I was like, I don't care what we do. I don't want to meet them in my home the first time. So he ended up talking to his mom. His mother was like, just bring everybody over here. So I drove my own car, drove myself to his parents' house, and he went and got them. The whole time I'm sitting there, waiting, upset, trying to act like I'm on my phone doodling because I didn't want none of his family asking me no questions. Like, because I feel stupid sitting here with family. They're my family too. Those are my people too. We've been together forever. Sitting here getting ready to meet y'all family member because my husband cheated and he has an 8-year-old daughter that I'm going to sit here and look dumb as hell meeting. The minute the door opened, I hear the little girl and him and him like laughing. What say he was walking in the house. So we was in the living room. His cousin paused the TV so we can see them coming through. The minute that little girl came through, she was holding his hand. When I say that's him in the little girl's version, she looks exactly like him and his mother to a T. Again, my husband and I have no biological kids together. That hurt me to my soul looking at this little girl. I got up and I went to the bathroom. Like before they can come all the way through and say who everybody was, I got up and went to the bathroom. And I was in there for a minute. His mother came, she hugged me. She was like, I know this is hurtful. It's beyond hurtful because now, should I make him choose? Like, it's me or them? Because I know this little girl's been in your life, clearly. And you have to have dealings with the mother because she's only 8. It just don't feel right to me. I really don't care what nobody say. You can tell me y'all ain't had. Come on. 8 years. Should I believe anything out of his mouth at this point? So me and his mom walked back in the living room. Everybody was sitting down. And I went and sat down. He took her hand and walked her over to me and was like, Brittany, this is my wife. This is Ray. Ray, this is Brittany. And I was like, hello. The little girl gave me a hug. She gave me a hug. He was like, Brittany, this is Ray. Ray, this is Brittany. Instantly, I was like, hello. I'm saying hello. She opened up her arms and gave me a hug. When she hugged me, the connection, like instant connection. I can't be mad at this little girl. She didn't ask to be here. I felt betrayed, but I felt like this little girl just gave me a hug. Did y'all tell her who I was for real? Because he said, this is my wife, Ray, and she's 8, so clearly she knows, husband, wife. She gave me a hug. I hugged her for like 2 minutes because it was unbelievable. Something in me wanted to hate her and her mother. And not saying that I don't, for real. But I don't know. It got to me. So we hugged or whatever. And they went back and sat down. And he was like, this Jazz. This is her mom, Jazz. And I was like, how are you? And she was like, I'm well, thank you. How are you? Nice to meet you. And I was like, not so much. And when I said that, his cousin kind of murked. She kind of laughed like, but, I mean, what would y'all do? What I don't even know. I feel stupid as hell. I am the stupid person in the room. Like, y'all family, whether I'm here or gone, y'all family. When I was like, not so much, and his cousin kind of laughed a little bit. We just kept it quiet, and she was, everybody talking to her. How you doing, Brittany, and what do you like, and all this type of stuff, and then start showing pictures, and then they take like time was going on because by then, we had ordered food and everything for dinner. He sat by me the whole time, and he like had his hand on my knee, like rubbing my knee. I could tell the mothers felt awkward. I know she did, but they were still talking to her. You know, she was telling them things about her in school and sports and stuff like that. She does after school and all that. But I don't know. So everybody was eating. I went and stood outside. I was just standing outside. Act like I was on my phone, but weren't really on the phone. So. He came outside. He was like, so now what? Because this is our life. They in my life. That means they going to be in your life. What we supposed to do? I was like, I don't really know at this point. Like, I don't know at this point if I'm supposed to stay married to him. Is this little girl going to come on spring holidays? All of this type stuff because you've been giving them $400 a month out of our household, granted, yes, out your check, but that's our, and then you say you go and visit her like this. I don't know, like when we went back in the room after eating and stuff and everybody still talking, she went and sat on his knee, like sat on his lap and was talking like she was real, the little girl wasn't shy, she was real open. But what the hell? I don't understand what to do. And then towards the end, because they were there for a few hours, it was a little minute, and he was like, I'm going to take them back. They was hugging, nice to meet you, how long y'all going to be in town, whatever. And she was like 4 days. So they leaving out, and they had closed the door, was leaving out the driveway, walking out to the car, and I'm looking out the window, and everybody laughing. She took her hand and kind of like pushed him, and he laughing out like, what are we doing? Like, what kind of relationship do y'all really have? Because I don't understand it at all. It doesn't make sense to me. You can't tell me. I don't know. They were just all happy-go-lucky going to the car, and she pushed him. Like, y'all have to see it. She kind of pushed him on his shoulder, and he leaned back and was laughing. Like, what are y'all laughing at? What are we doing here? What am I supposed to do with this?